Good evening. New at 6 this November, Arizona lawmakers want you to vote on whether to give law enforcement officers statewide the power, to arrest border crossers. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Kadiba Devine. The latest border crackdown proposed by Republicans and could set up yet another SB 1070 style showdown with the federal government. 12 News journalist Bram Resnick explains the plan and why you could decide whether it becomes a law. Bram?
Yeah, the Republican-controlled Senate will take the first steps tomorrow toward putting their Secure the Border Act on the November ballot. A ballot referral by the legislature does not require the approval of Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs, who's vetoed one border bill. Critics are already warning of a repeat of SB 1070, the 2010 Arizona law that also attempted to seize federal powers. The immigration crisis is one of the top issues for voters across the country.
Our message to illegal immigrants is simple. If you want to take advantage of Americans, go somewhere else.
Now Arizona Republicans are primed to ask the state's voters to fix it. Republican backers of the new Secure the Border Act say the proposal would take a holistic approach to the border crisis. Here's how. It would give Arizona police the power to enforce federal immigration laws by arresting border crossers. There would be broader immigration checks for people seeking jobs or government benefits. Also, tougher sentences for fentanyl-related deaths. The proposed takeover of Federal Immigration Authority echoes Arizona's SB 1070, the toughest immigration law in the country, when Republican Governor Jan Brewer signed it into law 14 years ago.
I will not tolerate racial discrimination or racial profiling.
But racial profiling did occur under Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio. The U.S. Supreme Court eventually struck down Arizona's power grab.
That one is almost certain to lead to racial profiling and all sorts of other parades of horribles.
Democratic Attorney General Chris Mays warned the legislature against trying once again to do the Fed's job. But this time, Arizona's law is modeled on Texas's SB 4, the new toughest immigration law in the country. The Texas law's fate could also be decided by the U.S. Supreme Court. And the first committee hearing on the ballot referral is at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Republicans plan to have the bill passed by both chambers, and it's on its way to the November ballot by a week from tomorrow. Mark,
All right.
Rebay?
So these votes are coming just a week after the legislature voted to repeal the 1864 abortion ban. Do you think there's a connection there?
Totally. Yeah. This is not a coincidence. You may not know this, but the afternoon the repeal of the ban was approved, Senate Republicans sent out a press release announcing this plan, that they're going to put this issue on the ballot in November. They had to resend the press release the next day because most of us were busy reporting on the repeal, and few of us saw it or could act on it, could report it. So yes, it is totally connected. It's viewed as an antidote, a voting antidote to the Abortion Access Act that is likely to be on the November ballot. You know, these two things competing.
Okay, so if this proposal is on the November ballot, what are the chances that Arizona voters would approve this?
I would say right now they're very good.
Really?
Immigration, as I said in the story, is the #1 issue here in Arizona and across the country. The times today are far different from 2010. Again, it is a nationwide issue. 2010, it was more of a localized issue here in Arizona. It did help propel Jan Brewer, back into the governor's office in 2010 in that election, and likely could help Republicans in this election as well.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Yep.
I don't think this is over.
No, and I'll tell you, tomorrow the Capitol is going to sound like 2010 all over again.
Yeah.
It really will.
All right. Bram, thanks.
Sure thing.